Hey guys, Christian here. Welcome back to another video. So today's a pretty cool video. I got an upgrade going on to the interior of the E46 M3, and this is an upgrade that a lot of you BMW owners may be interested in. That's right. Just because I'm going to be doing the upgrade on the E46 M3 doesn't mean that this video doesn't apply to other BMWs as well. This is going to apply to E90X drivers, X5, X3, and other BMW models. Let me go ahead and show you guys what that upgrade is. This is it. Xtrons Driving Entertainment. Inside of this box is a very powerful head unit for the E46 M3. It's very modern, packs all the latest features. I know there's a lot of companies that sell similar products for my car, but this is the one company that really increases the specs on their units unlike any other company. So I decided to go with these guys. Let me show you guys what's inside. And this right here is the beautiful head unit. Just look at that screen. Let me go ahead and open it up and give you guys a better look. Boom. All right, there it is. I wonder why it's so smudgy. That's not a good first look. Oh, okay. That's because it has a screen protector. That's what it is. So once you remove it, it's gonna be fine. I was about to say, they really try to clean the screen before they sent it to me. They didn't do a really good job. But that's just a screen protector. I don't want to really pull it off now, but here's a sneak peek. Wow. The first thing you notice is it's a massive screen, but not only is it big, look how wide it is. It reminds me of, like, you know, the theaters, Hollywood films, like that aspect ratio. This is a massive screen. I can tell that the materials are pretty quality. It's plastic along the edges, metal in the back. Buttons are really solid. Nice click. You get feedback when you turn the knobs. Buttons, they're not clicky, they're a little bit mushy. I guess that's personal preference if you like that or not. Not bad. And then I guess this is where the SD card goes. Yeah, that's where you put your SD card. This is what the unit looks like from behind. Xtrons and couple of information, some disclosures there. By the way, if you're curious, this is the model number for the specific unit I got. It's like their top of the line that they offer for the E46 M3, PQ8046BL. And here's some nerd stats about this particular unit. This is Xtron's flagship unit for the E46, and it comes fully loaded with a hexa-core CPU. That's right, 6 cores. This unit is powered by the latest and greatest Android 10.0 along with Bluetooth 5.0 and Qualcomm aptX, which allows for the best wireless audio. Also comes with 64 GB of hard drive space and 4 GB of DDR3 RAM, allowing you to have more than enough memory to store files internally, multitask, and download as many apps as you need. Xtrons offers similar head units for other BMW and non-BMW models. I'll leave a link to their website down in the description below if you want to check them out. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and take a look at what's in this bag. Honestly, I'm not much of a stereo or music guy for cars, so I don't know how any of this works. Looks like some USB inputs for your phone, I guess. Yeah, I'm just gonna toss a lot of this stuff to the side. This is all probably for like external audio, maybe aftermarket audio. This looks like either GPS or hotspot connection. This one can also be the GPS. Actually, this one actually says GPS on it, so this is for the GPS. And some more stereo connection and a double-sided tape. All right, so let me show you guys what I got going on right now. I do hear you guys' feedback about using lighting in certain situations so you guys can see better. That's exactly what I got right here. So as you guys can see, I already have a head unit installed onto the M3, but this is a very old head unit. It's very laggy, not very touch sensitive. It's one of those like old school touch screens, you know, like on the very first cell phones that used to carry that feature. Not a lot of features, no Bluetooth, USB. I do have some cables coming out of the glove box right here, but it's all old school stuff. Like there's one for like an iPod. Like, does anybody actually even use an iPod anymore? So yeah, and then you have something here for like a memory stick. But anyways, going back to this, there's not a lot of features. For whatever reason, half of the features don't even work. This is not like an Android platform or an iOS platform. It's like its own proprietary one. It's just not very good. Music quality is not the best neither, so I'm gonna go ahead and switch that out. But it should be very easy to install this unit on there because most of the job has already been done. Like the brackets, the climate control functions that are typically in this area already have been moved down there. Typically we have an E46 with the stock unit, no navigation.
you would have to take that unit, pop it out, and then relocate it down here. There's a little tray that you can pop out. Actually, I can show you exactly what that looks like. All right, so here's another E46 M3, one with the head unit has been untouched. As you can see, very basic, very old, very outplayed. You got the CD player up here, and then you got the climate control. As I said, if you want to install one of the head units, you're gonna have to remove the climate control. Obviously, you're gonna delete the top portion. Climate control comes off. You remove this little bin area that's down here. You remove it completely, and then you move that down there. Anyways, this should be a very easy installation process. Trim comes off here, trim comes off here. It reveals 2 screws on this side, 2 screws on this side, pops right in. The plugs and the harnesses, it's a little bit tricky, but I'm sure I can figure that out. Let's go ahead and do it. Alright, so this is the old head unit. It's very, very heavy compared to the new one that I just got. As you can see, it has thicker bezels on the side, thinner ones up top for the CD slot. But if you look at this one right here, much wider screen. I would say the screen, maybe it's a little bit taller on the bottom one, but the top one, that wide screen, and I'm sure the quality of the pixels on it's going to be freaking awesome. So what they did is they went ahead and improvised. They added the side buttons and the functions to the bottom versus this one, so we can get thinner bezels on the side and add a bigger screen. I believe this is 8.9 inch diagonally. So yeah, this is more than enough real estate to get your images and your video on here. When it comes to harnesses and wiring, this is an absolute mess that I have here. I'm sure if you guys have like the stock system, it's not this complicated. Yeah, I really don't know what's going on here. Like I said, I have no experience with installing any kind of radio or head units. I think this just unplugs right here, connects to the one that came with the head unit, and everything else should be plug and play. Give me a second, I'll go ahead and get this done. As you can see, guys, there's a lot of wiring that is going on to this head unit. Obviously, if you don't want all of the features, you don't have to plug everything in. I mean, holy crap, there's a lot of stuff. But anyway, some of it is for the GPS, some of it is for if you have aftermarket music, video in, video out. You have HDMI port. There's a lot of stuff, and I'm not even done yet. I still have to add the GPS and whatever this is. I'm not sure. I think this is the radio, and this is the radio antenna maybe. I'm not entirely sure, but yeah, there's a lot that goes into it. I did finish removing a lot of the old stuff that was there. I can probably use it to extend a lot of the wiring from this one and push it back to the glove box where it was at before. But anyways, we'll see. Let's go ahead and continue and then show you when everything is installed. Alright, so I think I've fiddled with this unit long enough and figured out some things. These I just ended up removing because I have no use for them. I don't really have an aftermarket system. I think I have an amp and a sub, but that's about it. I went ahead and removed this one as well, which is pretty much the same thing. It's for music. This one right here is odd. I couldn't find a way to attach it. I went ahead and connected everything, all the essential stuff, the power supply, the radio. I did include the GPS connection as well. I want to try that out. Right now what I'm going to end up doing is turn on the car, see if we can get a picture on the display, see if everything works good, and if it does, I'll go ahead and tidy everything up, put it back into the dash, tighten everything, and then I'll go ahead and give you guys a tour and a rundown of all the features that this head display carries. Okay, moment of truth. This is always exciting. Let's see. Ooh, it's turning on for sure. Ooh man, this screen looks super high quality. Let's see what works and what doesn't work. I like the layout, it's pretty cool, very modern. Ooh, the touch, very responsive, very quick, very snappy. I mean, this is their top of the line unit, so I don't expect anything less. Let's see what we got. We got some pre-built apps here, maps, Play Store. I don't think I'll be able to use any of this until I connect to like a hotspot, which could be my phone. But I just want to make sure that the head unit actually works before the audio works. You heard that? The audio definitely works. Let me see. Oh yeah, the audio definitely works. Yeah, I just want to test it out, just make sure everything works perfectly, and then I'll go ahead and bolt it on and then give you guys a tour of some of the features and you know, what this head unit offers. Yeah, if you guys own like an Android device, whether it's a tablet or a cell phone, you should be very familiar with this layout. So my guess is that you can make different home screens, and you can organize everything in folders, however you want to do it, and all this good stuff. I'm gonna have to play with it for a little bit, and then I'll get back to you guys and give you guys my thoughts. And yeah. All right, so everything's put back together. Here's the trim. The clips on the back, they're all like crumbling and they're old, so I ordered new ones. In the meantime, I just kind of placed these there. They're kind of loose. Anyways, before I show you guys the features, I wanted to show you how the fitment looks like. It's pretty precise, no gaps anywhere. Honestly, this looks like an OEM option that came with the car. Obviously, back in 2002, they didn't offer technology like this, but this looks really freaking cool. There's a little bit of a gap up here, but I don't think that's the fault of the head unit. I think it's the trim, because it's not clipping correctly. Yeah, I told you the clips are broken, but yeah, this looks really good. It looks OEM. I've seen some other units that come up a little higher up here and you have to do some trimming back there. I'm not a big fan. It looks like a big tablet and it just looks out of place. This one looks OEM, and sheesh, it looks like a race car too. I did route the GPS antenna through the glove box and the USB connection as well. It is really hard to funnel those wires over the back of the radio station into the glove box. It's extremely hard. Luckily for me, there was already some wires that were routed that way, so I pretty much just zip tied these to that and then I pulled it through. If you don't already have wires that are routed through here, it is extremely difficult to do because you got to take the glove box off and it's really hard to see in there, and it's just, you know, whatever. What are you doing? I'll be back tomorrow. I'll give it a shot, play with it a little bit, and then I'll show it to you guys. So it's been about a week since I installed the head unit onto the E46 M3. I wanted to use it in the real world, get used to the applications, and then come back and talk to you guys about my thoughts and impressions and show you guys some of the cool features that I've been using this entire time. Like I said before, the fitment is really, really good. Little top portion here is a little bit questionable. I can't tell if my exact trim is a little bit warped maybe, and that's why it doesn't cover it flush, but for the main part, it looks OEM, very fluid. I ended up uninstalling the unit and plugging in a few other things that I forgot to do the first time around, like the radio, Wi-Fi antenna and stuff like that. I did route all the wires to behind the glove box and they're all right here. So you have one USB, second USB, and then we have the GPS antenna right here. But yeah, not too bad. Good in length too, so if you wanted to connect your phone, you can just pull it all the way out here and your phone sits right here. Very comfortable, not too bad. Right here. Of course, if you don't want to use cables, you don't have to. You can just put on Bluetooth, listen to your music that way, or you can just share your hotspot from your phone over to the display and use the inbuilt apps. I just like the reliable connection and quality you get when you connect to a hard wire. Personal preference. Also, if you have an Android device and you want to use Android Auto, you're going to need one of those USB ports. Another reason I took a week to finish up this video is because I ended up getting a company to send this out to me, which is a dongle for the Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Legally, they're not allowed to include it with the unit, so you can buy the dongle separately. So I ended up getting it because I think it's vital to show you guys this feature for this unit, right? If you want to modernize the interior of your BMW when it comes to technology, Android Auto, Apple CarPlay is a must. So yeah, I ended up getting this. This is what the dongle looks like. Very simple, connects to one of the USB ports that goes behind the unit. I routed mine to the glove box, like I said, so I just plug that in. You plug in your phone to this side right here. I believe you download an application through APK installer. And that's it. You'll have Android Auto or Apple CarPlay. They do sell a wireless adapter for Apple alone, so you can do Apple CarPlay wirelessly and you don't need any cables. You do got to admit that the head unit looks really, really good. It really fits well with the interior and it looks OEM. That's the best part about it. You know what? I'll show you guys a quick cinematic so you guys can really appreciate how good it looks. This unit has completely blown me away. This is a 18-year-old car, and it's crazy that you can equip such a screen that's even faster than modern cars. This is miles faster than my wife's 2019 Mazda CX-5. The transition between screens is very, very fluid. No lag, no ghosting. The responsiveness when you press the buttons and when you press applications and stuff is very, very fast. I mean, guys, there's not a single hiccup here. I'm currently connected to my phone's hotspot, so I'm able to use any of the apps just like a smartphone, but on a bigger screen, obviously, that's integrated with the car. Let's see if I can find a video to show you guys. I'll go to my personal channel, Vehicle Virals, and there we got my newest video, which is right here.
I would be very scared. Joe Biden.
Gotta watch these ads, boys. Non-skippable, baby. Look at that, we got a second unskippable ad. Actually, you can skip this one.
Hey guys, Christian here. Welcome back to another video.
So as you can see, this is a very wide screen. So you get the black boxes on the side. If you don't mind cutting a little bit off the bottom and the top, you can actually make this full screen just by pinching to zoom, and you got an entire screen, which doesn't look bad. And it's really, really cool. You can easily zoom back out if you don't want to kind of cut off any real estate from the app video itself. But on this particular video, there's not really much you're losing up there and down here, since I shoot a lot of my videos on a wide angle lens. But yeah, really cool, really fluid. What's awesome about the screen, it is the Android unit, so you can multitask really easily. So if I hit the home button, which is right here, you still got my video playing in the background.
That makes it into the intake system. I'll leave a link to
You can just put it there or whatever, and you can still keep doing other stuff. So let's say I wanted to use Google and go to BMW 335i, search, and I'm still watching my video while I'm looking up BMW 335i and information like that, which is really cool. This right here, you can hit the back button and it sits on the side while you browse YouTube. Pretty cool, really solid, multitasking at its finest. And if you go to the main home screen, which is right here, there's a little rocket symbol. If you press that, it kills all the background apps that are running, making the experience fluid at all times, and you know, just kind of saving that space for apps that you are actually using at the time. You have Chrome browser right here. You can tell it's my first time using it. No thanks. Let's go to Vehicle Virals. The response you get from touching the buttons, touching anything on the screen is very, very precise. I don't accidentally press anything. I've experienced that with cheaper devices in the past. This is not the case with this one. This is just as precise as the modern smartphones, which I really, really like. VehicleVirals.com. And there you go. That's my website, where I don't really have much on there. I have one shirt for sale. I've sold most of them, but I still have a few left. But yeah, pretty cool. Very detailed. Quality is really, really good. If you want to open up other browsers, you can do that as well. Google. And look, there you have it. Works pretty much like any modern smartphone or tablet. Really cool, but it's just integrated on the center dash here of your car. And it looks pretty freaking cool. I mean, this looks OEM on the E46 M3. You do got some built-in apps like this amplifier, which allows you to dial in the specific sounds of what you're hearing, music. You got some presets down here, rock, pop, jazz. But if you're really like an audiophile that really likes to dial everything in, you got total control here. Another app that I was looking through that's pretty cool, but you need an extra accessory that you got to buy separately, is this. I believe it's a wireless module you plug into the OBD. You get some real-time information, rev, speed, coolant, boost, throttle, acceleration, all right here. Like, that's freaking awesome. It looks really, really sleek. Also with the same tool, you can check for fault codes, and you have map view, test results. I don't even know what the test results is for. It's probably for like performance related stuff, graphing. Yeah, a lot of stuff. Email, got my email right here at the touch of my fingertips. You don't need to pull out your phone and focus on that. You have everything right here. Typical settings you get for Android, sound. One thing that I'm probably gonna eliminate, you see like the volume. I do not like that sound. So I'll go in here, sound, key tone, low. Yeah, nice and low, there you go. Location, security, accounts, accessibility, anyways, you get the point. This is a full-blown computer right here. You have wheel study. I guess this is where you can remap all the buttons on your steering wheel so you can use with the head unit. So notice I'm not touching anything on the screen. I'm using the steering wheel to do everything on here. Really cool. Of course you have Bluetooth, so you can play your music on here. You see, this is where your Bluetooth soundtrack goes on. This is like for the SD card, I believe, which is right here. This one right here, I believe it's like for the SD card. You do have a spot to put an SD card right here. I believe it's a micro SD. Yeah, micro SD goes right here. Navigation. Well, actually, since this is Google, we have Google Maps already integrated here. There you go. Let's go to precision. I did not spell that correctly at all. But anyways, it's right here. Directions. 25 miles away from me. And then we'll hit the start button. Boom. Navigation, baby, on an 18-year-old car.
Another cool feature about this head unit is that you can use something called screen mirroring, which pretty much means that anything that's displayed on your phone is mirrored onto the unit. Of course, you'd want to use the landscape orientation as much as you can so you can fill up most of the screen. This is a convenient way to access all your apps on your phone and project it onto a much bigger screen. On Android, you're able to control everything via the head unit itself. I did notice that when using this feature, the display quality was slightly lower. I'm guessing because of the amount of data that has to get funneled over to the screen. If you want to integrate Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, you can do that as well with this unit. All you need is the appropriate dongle sold separately and you're good to go. This experience is much smoother than using screen mirroring. Well, there you have it, an easy way to modernize the interior of your old car. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure and hit that like button. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe. As always, thanks for watching. Till next time.